Welcome back to Drop Frames. Let's talk video games. Where do we want to start? Co, you finished AC Origins, so did I. What'd you think?
Man, you know what? I'll tell you what I thought. I have a
good
new favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah? I think I do too. I think it's probably one of my...
I got to admit, I walked into Origins with low expectations. I saw it as a chance at the series maybe getting back.
That's my name.
I would have been relatively okay with mediocrity, to be honest, mediocrity. But damn it, if by the end of it, like I got... There's very few games that get you not only amped throughout the storyline, but then keep you amped through the end of the game. And that's how I felt with AC Origins. By the time I finished the game, I was just like, shit, yeah, this is awesome. Give me a lot more of this. Like, I loved everything I did. And keep in mind, it took me 30 plus hours to beat this game. And I had to do side questing to complete the main story.
And some of the side quests were better than the main story.
Yeah, it was a good, a really nice kind of angled up journey the whole time, really kind of crescendoed towards the end. And not only did I have a good time playing it, but I could easily go back and spend just as much time as it took me to beat it in doing side quests, boss fights, chariot racing, ship battles. Like, it's just, the scope of this game is very far beyond previous AC games. And it's very clear that the studio that made Black Flag also made this one and learned from Black Flag.
Totally. Yeah. You finished the game around 35 or 36 level wise, the cap being 40. But even when you finish the game, there's probably like 40 or 50 quests still active on the map that you can go and do that all have very fleshed out story elements. And obviously you'll get XP for that stuff and items and things like that. Yesterday they put in the Trial of the Gods stuff. So you have to be 40, or the quest is level 40. And you can go out and fight Anubis. And I got absolutely fucking destroyed trying to fight him at level 32. So seems like you kind of need to be high level to do that stuff. But it's still... I think the best way to say this, because a lot of people are asking, like, should I play the new Assassin's Creed? I'm hearing a lot of good things. At its base, it is still an Assassin's Creed game, but everything around that is definitely been improved tenfold from every other Assassin's Creed game.
Yep.
But if you don't like stabbing dudes, if you don't like walking around and platforming, you're still not going to enjoy this game.
Go ahead, Soda.
I haven't played this new Assassin's Creed. I played all the other ones, and all the other ones seem kind of just like honestly the same thing, but in a different zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And all I've heard about this one is like, it's not like that. It's its own game for sure. Is that true or no?
Yes and no.
I will say here's kind of the thing. The gameplay loop, what you actually do in the game, is pretty similar to previous games. In old games, you sneaked around, you tried to keep to the shadows. If you didn't, there was some combat mechanics you could do, and then you went back into the shadows and kept along the way. The big thing with this game is this is one of the first Assassin's Creed games that really opens the world up. It has definitely become an open world game in a lot of ways, where instead of you being put in the very corner of an alley and having you fight to the other side of a city square through tight, little pathways of point A to point B to point C to point D. In this game, it's like you have the village in front of you. You start way far out, and you can either sneak in and kill everyone stealthy without anyone knowing you're there, or you can run in with a giant axe and slice them all up, or you can use Patriot arrows to shoot them from the outside. It's much more of a kind of choose how you play the game and kind of do what's fun for you, instead of it kind of locking you into these routines of, kind of doing the same thing over and over and over, which honestly is what made me leave the franchise in the first place. Because what you just said is exactly how I felt at the end of Unity, where they just kept giving me the same scenario over and over, where it's like you just fight through and kill someone, and then you see their little ending cutscene, and then you fight through again and kill another guy and see his little ending cutscene.
Didn't even play Unity.
Good.
A lot of people
didn't miss much.
Yeah.
But And I swore off AC after that, to be honest. But this one is much more about you play how you want to play. And there's an extensive item system. The items have perks. So you can get items with certain things
gear,
on.
And they all have levels.
Loot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And rarities.
Shit, there's gear.
And rarities.
There's loot everywhere. Yeah, it's great.
It's fucking
that sounds
fun.
awesome.
It's a lot different. It feels like they took the Assassin's Creed franchise. They took what worked from Witcher 3, and they jammed that into the Assassin's Creed franchise. So I don't want to say it's a Witcher 3 clone, or
Yeah.
it's honestly not even close to Witcher 3. But there is a lot of the stuff that worked from Witcher 3 that has now been kind of put under the name of Assassin's Creed and implemented into their already existing stuff.
Totally.
It's cool and it works. More importantly, they took a big risk with it, and it worked out well.
Yep. Yeah, it worked out
There's
real
gear.
well. They sold already, I think, double the number that Syndicate sold in its lifetime, or some shit like that. So it's selling very well. But that Assassin's Creed Syndicate was the last one in England, I think.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah,
That and
it,
Unity.
it actually was like
And Rogue, there was Rogue in there too.
I never played Rogue. Syndicate for me was like the probably the best Assassin's Creed of probably the last 5 or 6 years. But you can tell they definitely took a 2-year break in this, because everything they introduced into it is fun. It's good.
And I gotta say, man, there's a few of the things they do towards the end of the game where when you see it, you like, it's one of those, it's a goosebumps moment.
Yes, I know exactly what you're
As
talking
somebody
about.
who has played through the Assassin's Creed games, there are a few scenes towards the end that you're just like,
Yep.
okay, that is awesome.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That is beyond badass what just happened. And I was not
Awesome,
expecting to see those during this game, which made him that much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Okay.
It
I gotta play through it now. How long did it take you to beat it?
30 hours, I
30
think, for both.
hours.
Yeah.
That's a long. All right,
It took
30
30
hours.
hours, and here's the thing. I said in the first 5 hours, I said, okay, I'm going to stop doing side quests. I'm just going to focus on the main story. And when I got to about 70% through the game, that's when the main story quest started being read to me. Like, you are not high enough level. So I had to actually do side quests to keep up with the main story after doing all the side quests I could find for the first few hours of the game.
Yeah, you're kind of forced to do it.
Yeah, like this is not a game that's going to cater to those that like to just go through the main story. But you can't really do that in this game.
At the same time, a lot of those quests expand on the main story quest in a good way.
Not only do they expand on the main story quest, but the side quests in AC Origins are like Witcher 3, where almost every one has its own unique characters, its own unique story. You're not going to find a guy that says, I need 6 more reeds to finish my basket. Please go get me 6 more reeds. It's nothing like that.
Yep.
Like a lot of times the side quests will have unique gameplay in them. To where like at one point for a side quest, you're like slowly having to track someone through a city, which you hadn't had to do before. And then he does a little mini game where you have to find where he is. And then you have to guess that. That's never happened. And then you go over to the next area and that side quest has like a horrible thing. Like,
so the side quests are really fun.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. And
it's exciting.
I will say this game more than any other. I don't know if it's just because they actually flesh the main character out to be like super, super likable. There's a lot of like fucked up shit that happens in this game to the characters that are pretty impactful. And I found myself like saying, oh, fuck, that sucks. Or, oh, fuck, that's cool.
Dude,
I don't want to be him.
Yeah.
There were a couple quests that had me kind of like taking a half-minute break, just like, whoa.
Which, like, we're saying that about an Assassin's Creed game. Like, that's
right.
Like, what the fuck?
That's the craziest part of all of this to me.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting to play ACO, get bored of it within a few hours, and just like I did with Far Cry Primal, say I'm done with this.
Yeah.
I love those those things that happen in game where you're like, that's really fucked up. It makes you like that. Those moments, like, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Like that really could happen in war. That's how it really could be.
This is life.
Brutal.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
probably what actually went down back then. Yeah.
It's shitty and it's terrible. And it's stuff that you would never hope to ever witness yourself, but that's just
this happened to your friend. Why don't you kill this bad guy?
There's a random there's a they have a daily quest in the game so that you can get like a piece of gear, a piece of purple or legendary gear every single day for kind of that positive reinforcement. But one of the stories that the kid tells you that's just kind of like an afterthought is he tells you the story of his parents. His parents died because they threw him into a brass statue and boiled them alive. And you're just kind of like, oh, all right. Well, thank you for that story.
Thanks.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, my parents had a bad time in life, but hopefully they're okay in the afterlife. And you're just like, okay, that was intense.
Even the main story for me was rough at times.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
even just the main story, there were a few times where I was just like, holy fuck, like, oh no.
Yeah.
No. Those backpedal moments that you get every so often.
Yep.
Got me all excited for this game now, man. Shit.
It's a lot of fun.
By the way, just saying everything we're saying about this, I pretty much safely can say for JP that we can also double for Wolfenstein. You need to do that one too.
Yeah.
I see people in chat talking about Wolfenstein, and God, I got to play it. I saw a little bit. I told you, I was watching you play it a little bit one of the scenes, and just seeing that scene itself, I'm like, the writers in this are talented.
Oh yeah.
The artists in this are talented. Like the storyline, I'm sure the gameplay is also very fun. Like all around, a lot of talent went into it.
I got it.
I can
this
actually
year was a great. Oh, go ahead, Zeke.
No, I can actually talk about Wolfenstein now since I
Yeah.
I don't know.
Before we move on
last
real
week.
quick, I do want to say, be very careful what you buy in Assassin's Creed from the store, because you can very easily break your immersion. I bought a unicorn because you get free money in the game to buy something. But the unicorn is an actual unicorn that has fucking like sparkly trails and shit. It completely broke the entire narrative for me, and I bought it as a joke, and I completely regret it.
I guess that's something, I could see Twitch chat not shutting up until you buy it, though.
No, that's what happens. They're like, "Oh, spin your free points." I got it. Oh God, never take that horse out again. It's completely breaking the narrative. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about Wolfenstein. Ko and Zeke have both played it. I'm going to be playing it later today. But Zeke, you had an interesting way of playing it because you played on the easiest setting, and I kind of want to do that.
I did. I played it on super easy baby mode, like the easiest difficulty possible, and it was honestly so relaxing. And so much better. I'm glad I did it. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad I did it. I've never
Casual.
Well, exactly. And with first person, I will play casual from here on out. First person, I'm not good at. I've always been a controller kind of guy, and third person, like I'm playing Evil Within 2 on Nightmare, and I'm loving it. But on first person shooters, I probably would not love it. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad I played on this because what I really wanted was the story and the cutscenes and the little aside like conversations that you on the submarine that you can see from time to time, little Easter eggs that you can discover, whatever. And I'll say this, like even playing it on easy, I can't imagine how repetitive it would be playing it on a harder difficulty.
Yeah,
like it's just aim and shoot. I don't think the guns have enough of a variety, or the melee weapons don't have enough of a variety to keep someone like me interested. Doom was different. Doom had like lots of different enemy varieties, colors, kills, brutalities, whatever they were called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they had a ton of cool stuff for Doom. I think that was lacking from Wolfenstein. The variety, the sheer variety of the thing. However, the story was fucking awesome. There were so many times during watching cutscenes and stuff like that I cheered. I was just really excited about what was coming. Shit happened, and I was just like, oh my god, holy fuck! So many. It didn't pull any punches with the gore, the subject matter, language, like that kind of stuff. I loved it. I love it when a game is unapologetically brutal, real, whatever you want to call it.
That's the thing though. Like you play this game on the easiest mode. If you were to play it on there's no competitive scene to Wolfenstein.
Right.
So the main reason I would even play not on easy mode is in a way because Twitch chat will never let me hear the end of it.
Totally.
Never. But truth be told, I'm there for the story and the campaign. And once I beat it, I may revisit it depending on how much I love it, like years down the line. But this isn't PUBG. I'm not climbing a ladder trying to become the best player. I'm here for the storyline. And I want that challenge, but at the same time,
Yeah, I mean, you have a reputation for being a competitive person. Like you've competed at the top levels in gaming before, right? Like you said, you were ranked number one in 2v2, right?
Yeah, but I think my viewers all like to say I suck at every game I play.
I think that's every streamer.
That's everybody.
Yeah, that's every streamer.
I was very good at WoW, though. Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I've never been super good at anything. So, no, I mean, like as far as skill wise go, like I've never been super skilled. Like I've never been praised for my skill. I'm sure I make games entertaining and stuff like that, but I don't have that competitive need.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, I agree. I agree. I mean, I'm not going to play this on the hardest mode. I'm probably going to do it on normal when I play Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
That's my.
I don't know.
So just so people do know, though, I played this on the hardest difficulty, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah,
like,
but
I had so much fun doing it. It was extremely difficult. It was very rewarding. And honestly, here's the thing: with a game like Wolfenstein, let's be honest. Like Soda was talking about when he was watching my stream earlier, there are cutscenes in this game that are like a Quentin Tarantino movie, man. Like they're amazing. You like the setting, the perspective. I think I've actually said this on the show before, but there are parts about this game that make it that it is just experiencing the cutscenes, characters, and story is almost worth more than the gameplay, because that's just how awesome it is. It's just really, really cool. And especially if you're interested in the rest of the series, like this game is the domino, like it is setting up the dominoes for an incredible experience for this franchise moving forward. That being said, just so anyone watching that is wondering about this has this perspective on it too, the very hard difficulty on this setting is fantastic. It makes extremely challenging experiences that make you use up all your ammo and then use weapons and gadgets and things that you never do before to keep moving on. It has you really like white knuckle in some areas, because sometimes they are brutal with the checkpoints. Like you have to get through some pretty rough multi-set areas in some cases to get that next checkpoint. And honestly, there's a few times where I died like 10, 15 times in a row, especially towards the end. And then when you do finally get to that checkpoint, that feeling you get of accomplishment, it's great. The difficulty, if you do choose to go that angle in this game, is really well done. Never got to a point where I felt it was too difficult. Definitely got to the point frequently where I felt it was very difficult.
You see, my issue, I guess this is like the different way you and I look at it. If I'm playing on the hardest mode and I'm dying 15 times in a row, and the checkpoint or like the next juicy Quentin Tarantino cutscene is right there, and my viewers know it too. They're watching as well. And they're like, Chance, just fucking do it. Get past it. Just stop dying.
Yeah.
Just stop dying, Chance. It's that easy. Just give us the goddamn cutscene.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's going to trigger the fuck out of you, right?
I'm thinking, yeah, I'm having fun doing this over and over. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm sorry. I haven't quite gotten there yet. You know?
And so, this, Chance, is where you must master the F5.
Yeah. F5.
Yeah.
God, is that like a quick save in Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
You got it, man. Yeah,
you could quick save anywhere?
What? Oh, yeah, you can pretty much quick save anywhere. Yeah, you can quick save quickly anywhere. So,
that's nice.
That is
but
nice,
there,
yeah.
now, that being said, when you're not in that situation, I totally feel you. And there is nothing that can get you more frustrated when you're already frustrating yourself, and then you see stuff like that in chat. That is the icing on the cake in terms of, I don't know about you, but for me, where it's just like, oh, you shut your damn mouth. I'm doing my best. You know, so I feel you there. And those times are definitely frustrating. But to be honest, I do feel that like if as long as you can keep your mind in that same mindset, that just adds to the joy of beating it. Like knowing that finally all those people are getting their cutscene. You know what I mean? It's just
that's true. I see what you're saying. Yeah. It's like one of those Dark Souls moments, as I like to say.
Yes.
Yep. It's definitely two schools of thought, because everyone else that I've heard talk about playing this game on like normal difficulty, granted they might have been aiming on a console, which makes everything harder, has said that it's like really fucking difficult. So,
by the way, just to address this in chat, there's no right way to play these games. I'm not arguing my way to play is better, and they aren't arguing their way to play is better. That's the beauty of these games, is you can just play them however you want.
The right way to play them is to play
everyone
them.
wins.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like we're just giving different perspectives on the same thing. We're not arguing which one.
It's not a binary thing. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't play my way. You're an idiot.
Right.
Exactly.
Very true.
Thank you.
No, there are definitely games out there that that people will come into your chat and go like, oh, what? That's where the whole King Kong's dick thing came from. Was like, you're not playing it the hardest, absolute fuck youist way possible, so you're a fucking loser. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to fit a lot of fucks in there. I apologize.
A lot of fucks, sir.
We talked about this last night, though, during the roleplay show, about the final song.
Oh yeah. Apparently the credits song, Adam Coble.
The credits song.
Just fucking
it's not
hates
ruining it. It's not ruining anything if we talk about the fucking song that plays during the credits. It's a shit cover of "We're Not Gonna Take It" by Twisted Sister.
Yeah.
Adam said it like ruined the game for him.
It's a fucking nightmare. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and the original song is so much better.
Yeah, I heard multiple people say the same thing.
Was it like bad and it kind of makes fun of itself type bad, or like bad like it's trying to be good and it's just bad?
It's bad.
No, it was like
bad.
Fucking name a metal band that's like hard metal, and it was like, we're not good, just fucking really loud and just.
Are you saying like Seether type bullshit, or like what?
No. It's like not a lot of harmony, kind of grating on the ears. Okay. It's really Screamo. Not that good. Yeah, it's just not good music.
Could I YouTube it? Or would that be spoilers?
Probably.
I think.
Oh, I think it actually plays during the credits, right?
The credits.
I don't think there's anything to see.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you could YouTube it if you want. Yeah. So yeah,
No, it started off with like, just kind of a average or below average metal tune, and then I heard like the lyrics start coming on, and went, oh,
was that?
I know this song, and
and for the record in chat,
disappointing.
Most of the music in the game is phenomenal.
Well, it's by the Doom guy.
The soundtrack to this game is incredible. It's done by the same guy that does Doom. So I mean, there are times when you will be playing this game, and at least for me, more than 3 times, I would be playing the game and I would just stop and go, "Holy shit, this music's awesome!"
And maybe that's why. Maybe that's what made the final song so stand out, is that it didn't match how great the music was throughout the entire game, because it's fantastic.
Yeah, Mick Gordon.
Good music in games like action games like this make me play so much worse. Because there's moments like where the music is like super intense, and maybe there's a moment where I should wait for a second for someone to cross over, but the music is like no, and I'm like, I got to keep up with the music.
Yeah.
So I'm like, here's a rocket launcher, and I shoot it to the beat of the music. I'm like, I shouldn't do this, but
it's that whole thing.
You got to go with it.
It's that whole thing of like watching the World of Warcraft highlight videos, right, where they time all the cool stuff to the beats of the music, and then you do it in an actual game, and then you fucking die, and you're like, well, I just ruined everything.
I'm the opposite. I get superheroitis to where all of a sudden I'll like start doing moves I've never done before and like sliding and doing all sorts of shit. And I'm like, quick, I gotta make this look cool to the music. And I'm like, I gotta get my shots. I gotta focus more. This is when it counts. So I don't know, man. It has an amping effect when the music really picks up.
It definitely
does sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially on boss fights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard some of the boss fights toward the end of this are a little annoying. I'm curious to have Ko and Zeke jump in on that. Are the boss fights fine towards the end? I heard.
Not a good question for me. They were super easy.
Okay.
The
cheap,
cheap.
I guess
is when we talked about this game the first time. My biggest complaint was that I was This isn't really a spoiler, and I'm going to keep it very open. But I didn't realize I was on the last boss fight until I was done with it.
Oh, okay.
So, and don't get me wrong, it was probably the most difficult section, but the boss fights in this one definitely felt a little bit different than the previous, because you kind of had all your souped up weaponry from the first one. So as I commented multiple times in my playthrough, the big enemies in this game, like the big hulking guys, I mean, you always had weapons that could take them out in 2 or 3 shots. So there were very few enemies that had like kind of the weight that they did. And even the biggest humanoid enemies could be taken down in a few shots outside of like the very end of the game. So it was this weird kind of, most normal enemies are easy to kill, and then you have like the specialty fights, like the special boss fights that you're doing different things, and I didn't really have any issues with any of those on the hardest difficulty, but definitely the last few fights were tough. Just felt that's the only time it started feeling, I guess the word spongy starts to kind of come in a little bit.
Okay.
But none of the
I'm
other
gonna play it on
felt
normal now.
Yeah.
That's anytime I hear the word spongy in like an FPS, that just triggers the fuck out of me.
To be fair though, that was only towards the end.
Okay.
That was only towards the end. And most enemies throughout the game, even on the hardest difficulty, like you got like your big laser, and you can charge that up. That will almost one shot everything. Like outside of
the laser?
Really tough stuff. The kind of like crazy ass laser charge up. Yeah, I think the one Zeke's using right now.
Okay. Or was using, yeah.
Or was, but yeah. You can get a charge up adapter on there, and that shot is like insanely powerful. So even on my difficulty, again, like I would be 1-2 shotting the like, you know how each little area will have like a big boss mob before you move on to the next checkpoint? You can kind of 1 and 2 shot those in this one.
Okay.
How long does this game take you guys to beat?
Unfortunately, not very long. That was my biggest complaint about this game. You can rush the main story in 6 to 8 hours.
Oh, wow.
And if you have that
Good
on
single
low
stream.
difficulty, I've heard it's 5 to 7.
Man, for me, I'm just like, that makes me so excited because I love being able to burn through a game that quick.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, man. You were saying Assassin's Creed was 30 hours. That's a 30-hour stream.
No, well,
That's how I'm seeing it.
yeah. Towards the end of Assassin's Creed, I kept thinking like, all right, this has to be nope. All right, we're going to a completely different area of the map. Let's go for 10 more hours. Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed had like 2 endings at least.
Yeah.
There were a few parts where they just could have ended the game, but it just kept going.
Right.
Oh,
right,
okay.
right. But
maybe I'll find
In
it
a good way though. In a good way.
in a good
Well,
way.
here's the other thing. Like, it took me 13 hours to beat the Wolfenstein on the easiest difficulty, and
Really?
I would say probably 3 of those hours for me were submarine time, meaning the hub time where you walk around and you just stop and listen to like conversations between people.
Oh, okay.
It's like all the story shit.
Every single mission, that entire sub-level resets, and that easily added 3+ hours to my playthrough as well. You don't have to do that. You can just run from point to point like most of the streamers that streamed it did and not even really worry about what else is going on.
Yeah.
But if you do play like me and Zeke did, there is 30+ minutes of content between every single level that you can do. Or you can run through it in a minute.
Yeah,
So it's totally up to how you want to play.
I think Lyric did exactly what you said, running straight from point to point, and it was about 7 hours for him. So sounds like 6 to 8 is about normal.
And that's Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
The
Probably
beauty
gonna be
is
me.
though, and this is the reason that I just recommend, if you like Wolfenstein, you got to play this game. Doesn't matter how long it is. It sets up the rest of the franchise just like it is. You get to the end and you are amped for what's coming next. So it is a great introduction to the rest of what's going to happen.
That makes sense.
Honestly, I would say I wouldn't recommend it yet. I'd wait for it to, if it would ever go on sale. I'd wait for it to go on sale. I don't think it's worth 60 yet.
It is going on sale, actually. There was some Black Friday stuff that came out last night for Best Buy. And I think I want to say AC Origins and Wolfenstein are like $30
I'd say it's worth 30
for Black Friday stuff.
Hell yeah.
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 But granted, that might be console only. So
it suffers from BioShock Infinite syndrome though.
and what
To where it's not very long, but the quality of the time you spend in it, especially the characters, voice acting, cutscene, like it is an incredible. Like I'm actually arguing that it probably is worth the price it is now. It is an incredibly well-made game in terms of the story and how it's conveyed to you, and the music and the directing. Like it's a very high quality game, very high quality.
We had Trihex on last week, and then I immediately started playing Odyssey because of how highly he spoke of that game. And I agree with him completely. Game's fucking fantastic in all the right ways. I really think you would actually like this game. I really do.
Yeah.
It's a Mario game, but it's like an open world Mario game. And the amount of positive reinforcement that's occurring every fucking 30 seconds, you're getting something. It's just a great thing to just sit down and play. And you can do stupid shit like this. You just do this shit.
I could literally do what I just saw for an entire stream. But here's the thing. I wish they had released this game in December or something.
Yeah.
It's just there's so many games I want to play right now. And don't get me wrong, this is a cool looking game. And if there was nothing else out, I'd probably be playing this. But I mean, between Neo PC, which runs pretty well, Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, AC Origins cleanup, there's so Elix for me. There's so many things I want to play over this.
This game's pretty quick, by the way. It took me
I already took 20 hours.
Let's see. Let me look at so the first stream was.
Well, first of all, tell me, did you beat it?
Yes.
And how did you beat it?
First stream was 5 hours and 50 minutes. Second stream was 5 hours, and I beat it. I got the quote bad ending, which is 160 stars or something like that. Moons.
Is the good ending every moon? Every moon?
The good ending is, I think, 500 or 650, but that number is a little bit misleading because I went from 160 to 250 moons in 30 minutes or 40 minutes. So once you beat the game, you can get moons very, very, very rapidly. In fact, you can even buy moons with coins in the game. So if you have a shit ton of coins, you can buy a moon. But yeah, I think it's worth playing through without a doubt. That also said, it's awesome to beat the game and then go watch people like TriHex speedrun this game, because you have so much more respect for what's occurring as they do this. Things that, like, there's a skip later on in the game where they're literally skipping like 35 minutes worth of stuff that I had to play through because some guy found that you could jump from the statue to that wall to that wall to the bridge, and you just skip all of this shit, and you're just like, what the fuck, man?
I love seeing speedrun strats.
Yeah, it's awesome too, because they're all in like the exploratory part of the speedrun of this game where people are figuring out the route. And so like TriHex had his own route, and it was like a minute 24 or something like that, but the world record's like a minute 11. So now he's watching the world record run and taking the stuff that he wants to from that run and pulling it into his, and watching that stuff kind of work itself out is fucking awesome. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And plus
it's so fun to see like how, like, TriHex was talking about the mobility of the game and how amazing and refreshing it is to have so much mobility in a Mario game again.
Yeah. Sorry, an hour.
And they just
11.
do.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, Zeke froze.
Fucking. Oh, I froze.
No, you're good. Continue on. They just
pull off so many tricks that you think look impossible.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty incredible too how each level is so vastly different from the one before it. That it's almost like you're learning the rules of each level as you go to it, almost like as if it's a different way to approach the game completely, which is awesome. Like this type of stuff is just so smart from Nintendo in terms of level design.
Oh wow, it's like a zipper.
Yeah, and like it's only there's so many different things like this where you're just like, what? Like, how does Nintendo think of this shit without doing copious amounts of drugs? It really is, because the type of shit they do in here, I couldn't even begin to comprehend how they thought of this shit.
Yeah.
So Soda, as a Japan aficionado, what kind of drugs do they have there?
Yeah, I think drugs are really hard to get there.
Were you able to sample anything? Any interesting stories?
These guys, they so much alcohol.
They're mostly, yeah. I think drugs are really hard to get.
They're very strict on drugs there in Japan. If you're actually asking, they love their alcohol though. I'm sorry. I'm at a point. I'm in this midpoint where I want to sneeze, but I can't.
No, you're good.
I've been here.
You're good
for a very long time, and my eyes are starting to water. My nose is stuffed.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, I think drugs are like highly illegal over there. So much so that it makes like Texas look fucking ridiculously lenient on drugs.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
they love their app games in Japan. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
They love their app games.
Well, cell phone culture is like crazy over there, right?
Yeah, because everyone's traveling on trains, so everyone's on their phone in the trains.
Did you see a lot more? I'm curious. Did you see a lot of like ads for Mario when you're walking around, or games in general?
No, I saw app games, and I saw a lot of like, not anime porn, but close enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like very lewd.
Do you really think they need to advertise Mario in Japan?
Yeah.
I mean, you need to advertise guns in America.
Part of their culture.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, I don't know. Mario's a great game. I think there's not very much to be said. You need to play
I really do want to play this game too. There's so many, man. Like when I was in Japan, so many games came out. I was like, God, fuck, I want to play every single one of them.
Yeah.
There's so many. And you can only play so many, right?
You can. Luckily, like this and Wolfenstein are the bite-sized games for 8 hours or so, a stream worth, which is always good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a game that Soda has played that I'm curious, because it's kind of becoming a rite of passage, I feel, for streamers right now on Twitch, and that's called Getting Over It.
I need
piece
to go
of shit
buy
game.
this game.
Yeah,
Getting over it.
yeah. Dan's playing it right now. A bunch of people played it this week. I want to jump into it. I know Zeke was looking to pick it up before the stream.
Wait a second.
I have it
this
now.
game will unlock in 4 weeks.
You got to buy it on
You can get it-
Humble Bundle, or
You
you
have
can
to get
message it.
a prescription,
Yeah.
a subscription to Humble Bundle.
You just got to
And-
get over it. It's an easy game. Just get over it.
Yeah.
Just get over it.
Duh, just get over it. It's not hard.
No, I saw you in like you're one of the top 10 videos of live stream fails of losing all of your progress.
Yeah.
That was some booty. I even had the mouse cam. I mean, so the thing about this game is it's maybe the creator of QWOP.
Yeah.
Right. So that explains a good amount of what this game is going
in
for.
this game.
Right. The amount of fuckery. And at all times there is a chance that you could be thrown back to the beginning of the game. And by the time you beat this game, you pretty much become a speedrunner because you redo so much of the challenges. Like at the very beginning, you're going to spend a lot of time on like a simple challenge of just getting over the paddle and then the paddle to the whatever. And they're really tough at first, but by the you redo it so often that you start speedrunning it. You become a monster. But you keep getting thrown back to the beginning, so you're constantly mastering these new challenges in this game over and over and over. And God, I'm watching this clip of me trying to get past this ice part. This ice part was so hard because getting grip on it is so tough.
Yeah.
Not to mention
So
also
how do you control it?
your mouse. You see that little white circle moving around? That's my mouse.
So
And
you just cycle the mouse, or you just circle the mouse around your character?
Yeah, you move the hammer around. You just control the hammer, and that's it. So you gotta launch yourself off.
It controls kind of awkwardly, right? Like you have to learn the controls before anything else.
You got it.
What?
Oh,
Look at my mouse cam, and there's a thing. I keep running out of mouse room. It's actually a thing. I'm out of mouse room when I need it most. So like I have to. You see how I launch myself? I have to move my mouse all the way from the top to the bottom, really fucking fast. And by then, really quickly move it back up to get more mouse room and move the hammer up. It's hard. It's fucking tough. Now you're at the anvil. You see this little fucking fuck this piece of shit right here. All right. If there's
I watched Lyric sit here for like 5 hours on Monday. Just this one fucking anvil. Yeah.
I hate this part. I mean, it's so hard because, I mean, if you keep watching and you see how you have to get past this, it's the craziest launch ever, and it's so hard. Like
I don't want to see it.
You got to line yourself up, so you got to get in the position.
Here's the thing: even if he tells you how to do it, like I watch, it doesn't matter because the amount of like control over it is going to take you so much longer to learn.
It's basically, Zeke, this is what we're doing right now is we're watching somebody defeat the final boss of Bungie.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This game
Great.
is,
Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah. Here's another way to kind of talk about this game. I think. How long have you played in it, Soda?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, well, I think Lyric beat it on his first try in like almost 11 hours. The speed run is like 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, as I said, you become a speedrunner. I could get back to this anvil fucking fast as shit. I could get there so quick. I really could. Jesus, really fast. I mean, you watch the speedrunner. I'm obviously not as good as these speedrunners, but you become a speedrunner.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Well, I'm sorry, Soda, but chat wants to see this, and I think people should also kind of see what they're in store for if they decide to play this game. Here's Soda getting to a challenging part of the game and then falling literally all the way back to the very beginning of literally the very beginning of the game.
Bouncing all the way down.
All the way, and then you're back, and that's actually not even the beginning. As you can see, there's a little there's a little hole to my left. If I fall down that, then I'm at the beginning. But I mean, it's as I said, it's pretty much the same thing. The beginning I can get through so quickly now. I could be, God, I'm watching it again, man. Make me relive this moment. It's just every time, and the whole game is designed around these areas you can fuck up and get sent to the beginning. It's designed for this. That's what it's meant for.
It's pretty awesome.
So mean.
There's a whole slew of clips from different streams out there of people doing exactly what happened to Soda, and just fucking raging at that game, and they're all fantastic.
Okay, let me. I got really upset in this clip, and I gotta explain.
I mean, do you? The game's fucking frustrating as shit.
Context, homie.
I was so confident. You understand? Let me build up the moment for you.
Okay.
All right. So I booked another flight to BlizzCon. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stream the day before BlizzCon, so I get a nice solid stream. And as the time went on, I realized I'm not gonna have enough time to beat this game before BlizzCon. But if I extend my flight, that'll give me another 5 hours. That'll be enough, right? And then I'll be able to beat the game before BlizzCon. That was my mindset. And then I'll pack and I'll catch my flight. Well, the part that I fall from, that is the end of the game just about. I am right there.
Yeah.
I have a flight. I need to turn my stream off in about an hour. When that fall happened, I realized right there and then I'm not going to beat this game before BlizzCon. And I extended my flight and bought extra flights for no fucking reason. Lost it. There was a lot of shit happening in that moment. That game fucked me.
Yeah.
That anvil specifically fucked me. I spent the most time there on that fucking anvil, doing the same repetitive step over and over.
It seems to be one of the.
And it just worked for you eventually.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it felt like it was RNG. You have to. It's the launch itself. Is if you watch it, it's your guy is barely able to make this jump. Sometimes. So, for me, it was just repetitive trial and error. Probably a better way of doing it somewhere, but I didn't watch any guides. All these other fucking streamers. Yeah, I watched this person play it. Yeah, well, you watched me learn how to fucking do it.
Sure.
My damn self.
Yeah.
Yeah, I refuse.
Well, that's the thing.
That's why I'm trying not to watch this.
Well,
Yeah.
I was looking at these other clips and I was realizing, like, if I show this one of Bulldog versus the Bats, for people that know what that is, it's going to spoil that whole thing. That's going to spoil that whole thing, so I'm just not going to show it.
That's a big one. Don't let that be shown. That's a big spoil.
Yeah. And again, the thing at the end of the game, when you finish the game, it pops up on the screen and it says, by clicking this button, I promise that I'm not recording or streaming this content out, and I have taken it off my stream. And you click that and you hit agree, and something happens. I know what happens because Lyric showed it on a stream, unfortunately, and then was very apologetic for doing so, especially to the dev afterwards. But it's a really fucking cool thing that happens that I think could only be done in something like this, which is awesome. It's really fucking cool. I'll say that much. And it's worth, don't show it on stream. It's worth keeping it a secret. If you don't know what it is, don't seek it out. Keep it to yourself.
Whoa.
Well, I think it's very cool that the dev put something in and kind of like, something for people to see off stream.
Yeah. No, it's
something that only the people who really actually play through it.
It's cool.
Kind of put like get to experience, right?
Yeah, it's one of the cooler things I have seen just in games in a very long time for that to occur. So hopefully that is enticing enough for people to go and check the game out, because it's a slog to get there. It's a fucking nightmare, in fact, to get there from everything that I've seen.
But it's an achievement.
Yeah. I definitely want to play it because it also seems great for viewers, because everyone wants to see you fail.
Yeah. It's also definitely one of those notches on your belt, like an achievement, like a single player game that like in a way is like beating Dark Souls or Bloodborne or whatnot. It's a notch on your belt.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So did you ever play Bashi, by the way?
I did play it for a little bit, and then I quit for whatever reason. I think my viewers hated watching it.
Well, it gets to a point where it's just kind of like so difficult. It's the same 5 seconds over and 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 over. Yeah, I've never jumped into it for that.
Like it is just as probably more difficult than this, but it wasn't as interesting for my viewers to watch.
Yeah.
So I didn't continue from there.
Yep.
God.
I'm watching you make this time. I think it's just more approachable. This is more approachable.
Be right back. One sec.
Okay. But yeah, Zeke, you're gonna check this out, right? You're into getting over.
Oh,
it?
of course. It's gonna be. I'm prepping to be on live stream fails when I play this, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Come on,
You're gonna get the soda.
Out with
Sneeze.
a chance.
Sneeze. Go get some.
on.
Do you have any pepper?
Let me pat you on the back here. Sneeze it.
I'm trying so hard, man.
You can't just blow your nose.
Really, yeah. Let me find some stuff.
Yeah, let's go blow your nose. You got those wireless. How far does this wireless headset go? Oh wait,
Still hear you.
they don't have a mic, but they have
I can
headphones.
still hear you.
Yeah. He doesn't
Well,
have a
now
mic
it's just
on.
me and you, so let's talk about Indie Sunday.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's do it. 'Cause we haven't talked about it
Okay.
in a while.
Perfect, because it'll bore those guys anyways.
Totally.
Okay, so let's start with the one before the previous one. The not the
We're going back.
yeah, not the 5th, but the I don't know what date that is.
I'll find it.
Oh, is this Indie Sunday stuff?
Yeah, because there's a couple of games that I really want to hit. Like I really want to get on.
The 29th?
Yeah.
Okay. It is loaded. Where are we going, Zeke? Take us through this
Yeah,
journey.
Just put the clip up and I'll start from there.
What is this?
This is hold on. Wait a minute. Where the fuck is it?
This looks cool.
But
Overland. Oh, that's right. It's on a different. It's not on Steam.
Oh, yeah, it's called Overland.
Yep, it's not on Steam. It's called Overland, and this is it's like an Oregon Trail kind of a game
Okay.
where you go from place to place. You get gasoline. You're trying to make it from the East Coast to the West Coast, because I guess that's California is where like the alien invasion has not happened
Okay.
or is more manageable or whatever. But along the way, see the Joe the Crab Man?
Mm-hmm.
That's someone in chat. It has Twitch integration.
Oh, I love
So-
Twitch integration.
You go and pick up people from Twitch, like Susie Saijin.
Hey, it's
That's
Susie.
another-
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah, another person in chat. And you pick these survivors up along the way, and there's like vehicles. It says 1 out of 3 on the car. Or on the truck. That's how many occupants you can take in the truck. So
Oh, wait.
you
So
can only have 3 total in that particular vehicle. There's certain vehicles that you can have 5 total.
do you get to
and that
leave
kind of thing.
viewers behind, Zeke? Can you fuck viewers over and just let them die?
Sometimes you have to.
That's pretty good.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you gotta let them be bait so you can get the fuck away.
That's
It's
pretty
all
good.
it's all turn-based, grid-based. So it's like a XCOM kind of like that, where you have a certain number of moves that you can do. Some people have perks where they can do 3 moves, 3 actions, whatever, stuff like that. Like there are certain aliens that have 2 moves and stuff like that. So there's a lot of strategy involved to get from one place to the other.
That's pretty good.
And if you run out of gas, you end up in no man's land, I think it's called, or something like that, where the difficulty is ramped up. So you want to make sure that you have enough gas to get from place to place. Now, when you go to the map, it's Twitch integrated. They can vote. The Twitch can vote on where they want you to go. See how like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yeah.
They just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in chat. And you can see at the top of the map, it says 153 out of 1057.
Yeah.
That's how many people have voted.
That's
Crazy.
fucking cool.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see it.
Yep, and it goes from day to night. I have 3 people in there. You can pick up chat members. You pick up animals like a dog. See, there's a dog in the middle there. You can pick those up, and they have chat names and stuff like that.
I love Twitch integration. I think it makes some games so fucking fun.
There's
Especially
another
the
game
stream.
with really great Twitch integration that's coming up on this same day, I think.
Okay.
But you also meet other survivors, and this is me like taking all of their fucking supplies, and then they become hostile. So you have to like fucking book out, and you can run them over with your car. You can hit them with a pipe, like all
Nice.
kinds of stuff. You can carry up to 2 things. If you have a backpack, sometimes you can carry 3 things. You get a rack for your car so you can store stuff in your car as you're going along. But I love it because it's all turn-based. It's all turn-based, grid-based stuff. So you can take your time and strategize how you want to pick stuff up, how you want to avoid the aliens. They have different, like everybody you pick up has like different abilities. Some people, it doesn't cost an action to search things, or you're super strong with a melee weapon or something like that.
This game looks cool.
This is on you. See, he said, this is on you because you stole from me, and he's going to go fucking kill me.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
On Steam, this says coming 2018, so I assume this is like dev access, or how did you?
No, you go to IO. It's a
Oh, it's on IO.
itch.io.
Itch.io. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's you can buy it there. I think it's $20.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. God damn it.
But it was a lot of fun.
I really don't like how Twitch removed the game stuff from the VODs, so I have to like skim through the thumbnail to find out when you're playing a different game. I don't know why that got removed.
yeah.
Wait, was this entire stream overlay?
Almost. I want to say almost.
What's this?
Now this is actually a fun game if you like. You remember playing and liking Lemmings.
I loved Lemmings.
Okay.
This is called Zombie Night Terror, and it's basically you are a zombie master, and the zombies are your lemmings, and you get different powers and different like you get power zombies who can direct your zombies to go like they'll like plop down and be like go this way. It's like they'll turn around when they come, that kind of stuff. You have like they can explode and open doors or open like explodable walls and floor and stuff like that. You get different powers as you go along, and I think the best way that I can describe it is it's zombie lemmings basically.
Did this game recently like fully release, or because I played this a long time ago? I don't remember.
It's been out for a long time. It's been out since
I played this
2016.
a few months ago too.
Yeah, this game.
It's been out since July 2016. But the reason why I played Overland, the reason why I played Zombie Night Terror is because they had booths at TwitchCon.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to give a little love, throw a little love to anybody who like purchased a booth at TwitchCon or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, no,
but the game
I love this game.
Is like $13 on Steam. And if you like Lemmings, you'll love this. It has a cool sense of humor as well. Like you see the reporter who's endowed, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is how you learn about your new abilities. Like
She would farm the IRL section.
Jesus.
But that's how you learn the new abilities. Like you go to a TV and it'll say like, it's been reported that there's a new zombie is around called the Zombie Overlord, and he does this, and like basically tells you, like gives you the tutorial how they work.
Yeah.
And then you started. What is this? Is this even worth talking about?
Not really, but it's funny. This game is called The Occupant, and I shit you not, like it's just like challenge levels over and over. It's the reason why I'm throwing that's The Occupant, by the way. It's just 13. It's just challenge levels over and over where it says for level 1, there it is. See, move 2 chairs or collect 2 chairs and throw 4 books and then get to the elevator. Complete. Next level. Throw 3 chairs. Kind of
game right here.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is like Gary's mod, the game.
Was it 40 cents on Steam?
What the fuck was that?
$2.
$2 on Steam, yeah. Called The Occupant. It's not anything. I don't know how long I played it for. I think I played it for 15 minutes. I went.
The fuck was that creature?
15 minutes of awesomeness, though.
That's The Occupant.
Oh, you're not the occupant. That is.
That's The Occupant. Yeah.
Oh, now that he's moving, it looks comical. Never mind. The freeze frame of him looked scarier than him actually fucking moving.
No, that was the reason why I got it, because they show a cool like freeze frame, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat.
Okay. All right.
But it's not too great.
I sneezed.
You're good?
Good job.
I sneezed. I'm so happy.
I think the next game is
Golf
really
clap,
colorful. It's the really colorful one with the,
Oh yeah. This?
Yes.
What is this?
This game I did not expect to have so much fun with. It's called Clone Drone in the Danger Zone.
Okay.
Clone Drone in the Danger Zone, and this is the other game. It came out March 16th of this year. This is the other game that has really cool Twitch integration.
I played this. This is a lot of fun too.
Oh god, it's so much fun. Twitch integration in it is really cool. The Twitch chat decides what you're basically arena fighting robot, and they decide what robots you're fighting within the arena, and also global emotes in chat. The announcers say different things for the global emotes in chat. Like if you put Baby Rage in chat, you'll hear an announcer go, "Angry baby." If you put the BC Warrior in chat, you'll hear the announcer of the arena, like, see, this is a big arena?
Yeah.
You'll hear the announcer in the arena go, "Pink hair human."
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And it's like, it's got different, it's just hilarious to listen to like people or the different ways that they announced like global emotes. So all these monsters that you're, or all the adversaries you're seeing are supplied by Twitch chat. It's a bot, or if you allow it, everything that's posted is under the broadcaster's name. So it will be Ezekiel III in my chat posting like, type this for this, type this for this, and it's just the chat just participates the entire time of the game, and it was a fucking blast.
And like the viewers can choose to be like a certain type of enemy. Like some can be archers, and then sometimes there'll be there's all sorts of different types of enemies, I guess, and it's pretty cool.
Yep, and you see at the end there the names popping up with numbers.
Yeah,
there's a betting system built in. They can bet on what kills you.
So I have to ask, is the like actual gameplay loop enjoyable, or is it more about the experience of playing with chat, or sorry, alongside?
Gameplay was pretty cool.
Okay,
it's fun. It gets kind of intense because if you got like one guy left, like you're killing people in chat. Like, see, there's your wolf.
But those
like
are
people
AI
chat with like little emotes over their head. There's Boredom Elemental. He's another person in chat. He's an archer, stuff like that. So the marijuana.
Those are AI controlled, right?
Depending on where you swing.
They are, yeah.
Depending on where you swing and hit them with your sword, like you'll cut off their limbs. Like it's pretty. The physics are pretty. Or I guess is that what you say? The physics are pretty good.
I guess.
Like if you cut their arm off, their arm's gone. They'll keep going. They're not dead, but where you cut them with your sword matters. Yeah, a lot.
Zeke or Soda, do you guys know how it pulls emotes? Because like I just saw Zeke's new LOL emote. Like, what is it like in the Twitch emote database so that it just pulls all emotes? Because I thought it was just globals.
No, it will speak with globals.
Oh, okay.
Like they went the devs of the game went through all the like a lot of, I don't know if all, but a ton of global emotes and did voice tracks for if they put those in chat. Like Fungineer says something, the Future Man emote says something. But sometimes they say weird shit like the MV game face. So I think I don't quote me on this, but it sounds like, because I did an experiment, it sounds like the announcer's saying desperate. I know.
Wow.
I know.
Shots fired.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
Shots fired. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool. All right, let me switch over to the other broadcast.
Who is the dev, real quick?
It's done by Doborog. It's DOBOROG.
Have they done any other games we know of?
Nope. Not as far as I know, at least not in Steam. This is their only game. It's early access. It's $15. I'd say if you have Twitch, if you are a Twitch streamer, this is a fucking fun time waster for sure.
What was the first Twitch integrated game?
I remember Choice Chamber being the first one I played.
Choice Chamber was the one I was thinking of too. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Co.
You're the guest man.
Oh, I am in the box of shame.
Only sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all times.
Yeah, only when there's a clip playing.
Yeah. What is this? This looks like a Left 4 Dead style game, Co.
It is absolutely. That is exactly what it is.
What's it called?
I played it it's called Earthfall. I played it for a little, like hour and 5 minutes, and it is also in early access, $15 by Hollow Spark. It is exactly like a Left 4 Dead with aliens.
I think I played this game for a sponsored stream with Elohim, King Athalion, and Professor Broman 4 months ago.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's been in early access, but it said release date was April 26th.
I remember you talking about this game now that you said that.
Let me say, man, you playing a game like, if this is anything like Left 4 Dead, getting 3 friends and trying to survive in these kind of games, God, it's so fun.
With that in mind, any of you played Cod Zombies at all? Like, is that an enjoyable experience? Is that the same experience, or is it just like Call of Duty bullshit?
I haven't played.
I've never touched that, but I know there are like rabid fan bases for that game.
Oh, dude, we absolutely need to get a Call of Duty person on next time.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to get.
Because none of us three are in that world at all.
Yeah, we have no idea what that world is. Yeah, maybe I'll talk with see if Nate Shot wants to come on or something like that. Because they just had that new release. But yeah,
nothing much really to talk about with this game. It's totally Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
with a couple of new elements
Okay.
that aren't like super revolutionary.
Okay.
If Nadeshot is too busy, I also am friends with Jev. He would do it. I don't know
Okay.
if you know who Jev is.
Yeah.
He's also a large YouTuber.
Yeah.
In the COD scene, this COD scene, they're in their own little world, aren't
Dude,
they?
they are in their own, like,
They
Right?
really are.
truly in their own world in the most positive way of saying that. Like,
Yeah.
it Call of Duty is so weird on Twitch because it doesn't necessarily do that well. But if you swap over to the YouTube world, there's like ginormous YouTubers that are COD centric and just have their entire world Call of Duty, which is crazy to me. But it makes sense being how fucking big that game is to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the viewers go. But yeah, let's move ahead on Indie Sunday.
A lot of normies.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not trying to be a memer. I just don't know what else to say.
Sure. Well, it's a different type of gamer for sure, in some sense. How long do you play this, Z?
Hour and 5.
Okay. This one? Is this the next? Yeah. What is it?
Yes. This game now, this is not what the game is. Fast forward just a little bit. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, yeah. Fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
This is the game. Now, be aware that this is...
Yes!
This is down and dirty shit. This is called Welcome to the Game.
Yes!
Welcome to the Game it's been out for a while. The reason why I got it is because the second Welcome to the Game 2 is coming out sometime soon. It was supposed to come out in October, and I looked at it and went, oh, this is interesting. It's 2, though, so I wanted to play the first one. This game does not fucking mince words. What the object of the game is, you are to surf the dark web and get like 6 pieces of a code to enter a red room. And a red room, if you don't know, is a place where live stream torture kind of a thing. Yeah. And this, like, it doesn't show nudity though, but it talks about like assassins for hire, and it talks about like prostitution and drugs and obviously human consumption, like cannibalism and shit like that. Like
butchering the
it does
human
not
carcass
pull
for
any
human
punches at all.
consumption.
And it's fucking brutally like very dark web. If you've ever been on the dark web, it's like that except more nudity.
But also
Grandma's fantasy. Woo!
But also the big thing is the whole time you're browsing these websites, you're also you're being hunted by a burglar, and there's a killer. 2 things. Have you played The Waiting Room?
Name the Breather, and kidnappers.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly, as you're doing it, you'll be in deep, like looking for codes, looking for clues and shit like that, and then you hear and you're like, fuck, and you got to get up from your chair, go check the door, and see if like the fucking serial killer's there. And then if you hear like footsteps in the kitchen, you have to shut off the lights and be like quiet, because that's the kidnappers. And like there's little sound clues. Sometimes a breather will call you on the cell phone.
Some of these sound cues are so vague too. So the whole time you're browsing the website, you're thinking, did I miss one? Did I miss a sound cue? Am I gonna die? Because like if you miss a sound cue and so they sneak in, they don't just kill you. It is a very terrifying jump scare. So it's always very tense. Very tense.
Jeez.
It totally. Well, they mix it so well because you're intently looking at this web page, trying to find like if there's something clickable, if there's like a code or something like that, and you're sitting there, and if you miss a sound cue, it just like immediately just boom, you're fucking scared.
The chat doesn't stop monkcasting the whole time. Now, have you played The Waiting Room?
Twitch integration as well.
It's
in
also
this
Twitch
game.
integration, yeah. But have you played The Waiting Room? It's the same dev. It's the same game. It's a DLC. I think it's free. It's, in my opinion, it might even be a little scarier.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to check that out for sure.
It's very similar to this game. It's the same idea. You go through the same exact websites. You're still looking for codes, only it's a different setting.
Okay.
So now you're in like a basement. You're locked with a chain, and you have to crawl through a vent to get to a computer. Yeah. It's,
Jeez.
I almost beat it. It's hard.
It's by
It's
Reflex Studios. They've done the Waiting Room, Welcome to the Game, and Welcome to the Game 2 was supposed to come out in October, but it's, let's see, it's $3.50 right now on Steam. Normally $5. I'd say if you're not squeamish about like content, like reading about like the worst shit ever, if you've never been on the dark web, I'm not kidding. If you've never been on the dark web,
Sure.
and you don't know what to expect. This talks about like not in words, not in visuals for the most part, but the most awful shit.
By the way, this
And-
is a scary clip to all the fact that you don't get triggered.
There it is.
It's pretty terrifying for sure.
Yeah.
I saw you.
You
freak
need
the
sound.
fuck
You
out.
need definitely. That's the first time that he attacked me or got kidnapped. But oh god, it was because you're sitting there going like, this is a puzzle on this webpage. I found something clickable on this thing.
You're
and I was
very,
like,
you're very zoomed in.
yeah, you're totally just like
Man.
zone the fuck in.
It's
And
immersion.
you get scared.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a reaction in terms of like a scare jump from Zeke before in that way. After seeing him play a lot of scary games. Huh.
Well, I mean, it's not like Five Nights at Freddy's where they're just cheap, annoying jump scares. In my opinion, there's a lot of build up to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You got to respect the environment they are jump scares, but there's build up to it. So in that sense, I'm more okay with it. I feel like it's more fair game rather than just like cheating.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's definitely intense, and the audio in the game is just so subtle, and you got to listen and immerse yourself so deeply. And then you get ripped out so quickly. That's the scary part.
I had the devs in the chat, and they were fucking with me.
Oh yeah.
They were typing shit in chat, like lights off, kidnapper. Like they were sending shit at me. Like the chat
that's
can do
fucking cool. Okay.
The dev loves he watches a lot of Twitch. He does watch a lot of Twitch.
Yeah,
That's cool.
He was
man.
really cool, man. I even timed him out
Cool guy.
because he's being a dick.
Yes.
Man, that's actually
It was
like
studios, and he was like, haha, blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what? I don't give a shit if you made the game.
Yeah, go
fucker.
fuck yourself. Yeah.
You're gonna take 2 minute TO.
That's kind of a cool
That's awesome.
thing that I have never really thought about, only because I'm not really a big horror game guy, but the Twitch
You
integration.
would hate this.
Well, yeah, I know I would, but the Twitch integration triggered by things said in chat to affect gameplay is a really, like, specifically a dev coming into the chat and like knowing a keyword that's only going to do something for that specific keyword once typed by him in the chat is kind of fucking cool. I'm kind of into that idea. It's a cool thing for sure. Well, cool.
That's a level of personalization that has never been possible before.
Yeah, right. That's really interesting to see what they do with that. How long do you play this for the rest of the stream?
I played this for like 3 hours, I played it for 2 hours, then played a different game for like, how long did I play this game? For 15 minutes, and then went back and played it again.
What is Cupid meat?
No, this is Need for Drink. Don't even bother.
Okay.
It's
And
fucking,
then,
it's
then he went
really
back
stupid.
to that. Okay. Did you beat
Yeah, and
this?
then I went back to this one.
Welcome.
No,
to
I didn't even get close. I got 2. I think the highest I got 3 pieces of a 6-part code.
Okay.
Yeah, I beat Welcome to the Game, but I haven't beaten the waiting room yet. I got to 5 out of 6 codes. Yeah.
Oh, and chat can give you codes if they're feeling really generous. It'll come up like, do you want the kidnapper, the breather, or give him a key? And if they type exclamation point key, you get a piece of the code on your desktop. It just goes like right on your desktop.
That never
jeez.
happens. That's never happened in the history of this game being streamed.
I just know choice chamber I don't play because of Pogo.
What is that?
Your character never stops jumping.
Yeah,
It's on a forever. Like in order to not jump, you have to hold the jump button.
it is the worst fucking troll thing ever, and chat never does anything else.
It's always Pogo.
I see.
Yeah.
I can't play choice chamber because of it.
Okay.
But yeah, and I also played a little bit of Evil Within 2, and I'm really enjoying it. Not much to say. I'm just I'm about like I want to say like 10 hours or 8 hours in. Cool. Yeah, I'm 9 hours in, and I'm loving it. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, and it's third person, so I'm loving it. I don't mind hard difficulty in third person.
Yeah. I really want to play Evil Within 2. How does it compare to the first one?
I played 50% of the first one, and then I put it down and never regretted not
I
picking it
think
back
Cole will
up.
say it's different, vastly
It is.
different.
It is a different game.
Yeah.
Evil Within 1 was a corridor-based thriller that wanted to be the next Resident Evil, and it really wasn't. It was a good game, but it wasn't quite there. And Resident Evil 2 is a semi-open world horror adventure.
Do you mean Evil Within 2?
Evil Within 2? What'd I say?
You said Resident Evil Within 2 or something.
Evil Within 2 is it's more semi-open world, lets you kind of pick your battles more. And honestly, from pretty much all the people I've talked to that didn't like the first one, they thought the second one was okay or good. So that's
So it's
good.
definitely
I like both of them.
worth the time,
I thought
right?
I thought the second one was great. So,
yeah.
I'll say I got bored with the first one, but I've yet to get close to being bored for this one. I'm having a very good time playing it, and I like the customizability that I can play not shooty, I can play sneaky.
So what I'm gathering is Assassin's Creed.
You got a lot of games to play,
Wolfenstein,
is what I'm gathering.
South Park Butthole.
Which is that
Jeez,
game's
man.
longer, pretty long actually. It's like 20 hours.
Yeah, my
South
problem
Park
is like I want to stream these games, but reality is a lot of people have already streamed them, and a lot of my viewers are kind of just rewatching something they've not only rewatched but rewatched like 3 times.
Yeah.
And they're tired of it. So I have to wait for quite a while before I can play a lot of these.
That's definitely a thing on Twitch that as someone who has kind of stopped streaming games the second they come out and waiting for a bit, it is definitely an option that wasn't there before in terms of like the job of streaming. Like people will come back and watch a lot of games a third or fourth time around, but you have to like give them time to forget that they just watched the stream of that in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think especially on like weekends, it's like the best time for that shit. Because even then you'll get people that just have never watched the game to begin with. Because, you know, they work a normal 9 to 5 and they don't have time to go and watch Twitch or time to just do whatever the fuck they want. But yeah, a lot of games out.
Yeah.
But thankfully it's kind of Battlefront comes out next week fully. I think there's like a 10-day trial that started today maybe or something like
Battlefront? I thought that game already was out, or is it early access?
Go say
know,
the same
right?
thing. That was like their beta, their open beta.
The last
I
big
can't
ones we
fucking
had-
tell anymore.
I can't.
Yesterday we had the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC and the Neo PC version.
Yeah, Neo came out PC. Did you play that on consoles? Chance?
What game? Sorry.
Neo. It's like the Japanese.
Neo.
Ja-
God,
actually,
fuck.
it's
I wanted
Japanese
to play
as well.
that game, man. I haven't played it a single time, and I do kind of want to at some point.
It's pretty good. How's the PC port though, Co? I know you checked it out.
It's good.
Is it?
There was a little bit of bumpiness getting it set up. Like there are some rudimentary bugs that can lead you to believe it's not very good. Like for instance, the settings don't save until you've started the game. So you have to actually start the game once, let it establish
weird.
its save files, and then when you go out, you can then go into your settings and set it up. However, after that, it worked pretty well. I had 60 FPS the entire time. The graphics were great. I didn't crash. The controller worked great. There is a mouse and keyboard issue, which a lot of people aren't liking, and apparently there are some issues with the performance on mid to lower end systems. But for me, on a high end system, it was everything I wanted from a Neo PC port. The only thing I would have liked to see 120 frames. It is limited to 60.
Yeah, that sucks.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Still looks pretty.
Is there a graphic fidelity improvement over the console version?
Comparable.
Really?
I didn't look at the PC version and go, "Oh, this is so much prettier."
Oh,
but
fuck,
it was
that
at
sucks.
true 60, and it did look very good. So there's that.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of
Also,
lowers
there
my
was
interest in it.
absolutely zero latency, which was an issue with some of the previous ports from this company. It was 1-to-1, pretty much to the command. So
Gotcha. I felt like this area was the hardest part in the game because you just don't have anything. The very beginning of the
you don't
game.
have any more elixirs. Yeah,
You don't have
In
shit.
fact, I spent my entire first bit with the PC port beating the first boss. It took me about 2 hours, I think, to do everything, including the intro. But
Yeah.
it was good. I beat the first boss in the first level, and the PC port was good. I'm hoping to return to it at some point. But yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's going to be a show. Was there anything in particular, Zeke or Soda, you guys want to bring up, talk about?
Well, there's a Hand of Fate 2.
I haven't touched that yet. I know it's out, or
Me
you know, what is it in terms
I'm a
of?
huge Hand of Fate fan.
Yeah.
Fan. I said fam. Whoops.
I love the Hand of Fate.
I got a huge Hand of Fate, fam.
Now, Chance, have you played Hand of Fate 2 yet?
No, I haven't. That's why I wanted to ask, see if you guys played it, because I'm curious.
I have had so many people ask me if I'm going to, but I haven't yet myself.
I'm going to play it
$27
as well.
on Steam right now.
Yeah. What is there is Twitch integration in this, right? Am I wrong about that? What-
Yeah,
I've heard.
you
Yeah.
are. There is.
What is the integration? Does anyone know? Because that's what I'm.
idea.
I think this came out like
I don't know.
this week or something like that. But I haven't seen anyone stream it yet. Chat will
God,
probably
it
let
looks
us know.
so good. I mean, there were so many problems with Hand of Fate 1 that were like that Hand of Fate 2 easily is going to fix. Like I think the combat they made a lot more fun. it was just like spam X. Now they're gonna make that a lot more fun. The puzzles are a lot more in depth. I'm watching this trailer. Like, look how much more. The graphics are better. It seems like they really took all the problems of Hand of Fate 1 and fixed it. And I loved Hand of Fate 1. I just love the RNG to it. It's just a fun stream game.
Yeah, I never I think Co maybe played Hand of Fate 1, and that was my only experience with that. I never even touched it.
I played it a little bit, and it was fun.
But yeah, maybe it was both of you. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Absolute same. I played it a little bit, and then just shit happens. We've got so many games to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of games, the only other game that we could talk about is the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. I've spent about 8 hours in that, but to be honest, let's talk about that next week because I've got a lot more to do in it.
Because I'll play it.
Okay. Is it worth playing as someone who's already beaten the story?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
It
has been awesome so far.
Second and final question. Is it additive to the story / end of the game, or is it its own story?
It is parallel to the main story. So the save that I loaded was on the very last mission, which, as you know, if you complete, ends the save.
Yeah.
The DLC goes into that on parallel. This is not spoilers, Zeke. Don't worry. No spoilers. No spoilers. The DLC is in parallel with the main story.
Okay.
I have not played it enough to tell you how far it goes into the main story.
Okay.
There is definitely elements of the main story that have tracked into the DLC, though. So whatever is happening in the DLC seems to be relatively important. But I have now played it for almost 8 hours, and I almost have done only side content. Like, I've barely touched the main story. So there's a lot of content in this DLC, especially these days for a DLC, which is why we'll probably want to talk more about it next week.
Okay. Yeah, the end of that game just pissed, like, the ending was great. No, I'm just gonna say, they shouldn't have fucking add the after credit scene in that game. I am so upset that it exists, and I wish it did not. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm glad I know there's an after credit scene.
Look, chat would have told you a billion times, as they do when you go to the credits.
Zeke, to be fair, I'm on the opposite boat of JP, so don't worry. There's all gambits.
Yeah.
No, I'm not playing it on my broadcast. That's my relax game.
Oh, okay. I forgot you were playing it off stream. Yeah.
Yep.
Relax game. I got to the end of that game, and I think I planned to finish it, but then I got like sick the next day, and I never quite finished it. It was one of those things where, like, you get to the end of a series and you really want to know what happens at the end.
Yeah.
But you just take so long to finally get back to it. Eventually, you stop caring.
Yep.
Dude, I have like 4 seasons of different shows on Netflix for that exact reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
I lose interest if I take a day off of not continuing the story. I lose interest. I actually don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm ADHD in that sense, or ADD in that sense, I guess. So.
Apparently, Burke Black, friend of the show, was playing Fan of Hate 2, or Hand of Fate, rather, not Fan of Fate, last night on stream. So if you want to watch it, you can go check out his VOD for those in the chat.
Cool.
Yeah, I think that's a show. Let's do some shout outs. We'll let Zeke go first, since Soda's probably. Soda, have you ever done shout outs before?
No.
Okay. All right. I didn't think you had. So Zeke, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Yeah. Zeke, we'll let you go first, and then.
Okay.
Teach Soda.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Ezekiel III. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Soda Poppin' for being here. Also,
of course, he freezes when he goes to do shout outs. I love it.
Is that how?
Yeah, you're back.
Is that? Am I supposed to freeze too?
Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Freeze is important.
Between 7 and 10 seconds before freezing during your shout outs, but at any point, then it's fine.
Yeah. Zeke,
what is the faux R spam? What is that?
It was a typo from a long time ago that just caught on. Yeah. It's
a meme.
My bio used to say he is known faux are his rage.
Yeah.
And it was just JP put a space there and people just fucking picked up on it and just ran away with it forever.
Faux R.
Wait. Yep. Soda, you didn't come with your spam today? You didn't. Oh, what? Now see, when you do your shout outs, you need to have a spam word ready for your community.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I'll broadcast noon Pacific every day if you care. I will be I will be playing Evil Within 2 in about 45 minutes if you guys want to check it out. So that's it. Thanks, Soda.
Boom.
Cool.
Co, do some shout outs.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Co. As always, thank you to JP and Zeke for the co-hosting, and Soda. It was awesome having you on today. Thank you for it. My name is Ko. I stream every day at 8 a.m. EDT. You can find me playing a variety of games, including Horizon Zero Dawn and all the other fun stuff coming down the pipeline. A lot of cleanup to do this month, too, as we figure out what we're going to do there. And yeah, anyway, hope to see you there. And as always, thanks for watching.
Cool.
Awesome stuff. All right, Soda.
This is nice. This is neat.
It's your
Okay,
turn.
this is my turn.
Good luck.
Okay, hi. My name's Chance. I'm very happy to have been on this little podcast. I don't do podcasts very often. It's one of the first ones I've done. I now say what I do, right?
Yes.
Okay. I stream a lot of games.
Say what you do and why people should watch you.
Yep.
Okay. I stream a lot of games. I focus a lot on indie games, and I think I try to play the games that I think would be most interesting to watch as a viewer. That's what I like to focus on, whether it be playthroughs or indie or just rage-inducing games. And I love my community. Okay.
Good.
I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
And you're going to be on a podcast later today talking about WoW stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am going to be on a podcast today. I am a little sick. I'm sorry for being under the weather. I'm sneezing like crazy. You probably saw me. I have another podcast I'm doing later in about 2 hours. That's mainly World of Warcraft focused.
Cool.
I would imagine, or Blizzard focused.
Cool. All right.
10 of 10 would shout out again.
Yeah, on hot. I think it's going to be on Hotted 89 for all. It's called All Craft.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Yeah, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. This is our new time, by the way. This is our first week at it. 1 o'clock Eastern. We'll be back next week, and hopefully we'll find some more Europeans to watch the show.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks again for coming on.
Thank you, Ko.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
I think we tried to have you on last TwitchCon, and things just kind of fell through the
I'm
floor.
really bad. I mean, like today it was a perfect day.
Yeah, it worked out.
I'm able to show up on a lot of podcasts today. It's cool, and I do enjoy doing them when I get the chance to.
Yeah, of course. Thanks so much for coming on, and that's it. We'll see you guys next week. VOD will be up later today on YouTube if you're not a sub. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.